7 major money mistakes done by women. Not handling your own finances. Many women, though they make a good amount of money, they shy away from handling that money, thinking that they might do some mistakes. What if I do this? What if I do that? Let me give that money to my husband or my father or my brother so that they can handle it for me. Across the world, only 20% of women involved in any kind of money discussions. We think that if we concentrate on our personal finance, it might look like we are very selfish, but it is not. If you are someone who want to grow and take care of your family, let's get involved in money discussions. Let us handle our own money and decide what to do with the money which you have made. Next is delaying investment. We know we have to save, but many of us avoid high risk investments. Many of us save our money in a savings account or in FD. Let me give you a calculation. Let's assume that you are saving 10,000 rupees per month and you have put that money in a savings account. So, on an average, the interest rate of a savings account is just 3.5%. Even if you save 10,000 rupees every single month for the next 10 years, you will end up having 14.9 lakhs. Let's consider another scenario wherein you have invested your money in mutual funds. And on average, an annual return of mutual fund is 12%. If you are investing the same 10,000 rupees every month for 10 years, you would have ended up having 23.2 lakhs, which is 8.3 lakhs difference. Because of the mentality of taking low risk or shying away from investing in the right channel, you are losing 8.3 lakhs in that 10 years. Why? With a little belief and knowledge, you can get back that 8.3 lakhs. Not having a dedicated emergency fund. We know that money is important. We know that we have to have an emergency fund. We never think about building a safety cushion for ourselves. I have seen many women who think that I have my husband, my father, and my brother to take care of me when something happens. The reality is, though you are really blessed to have such people in your life, it is your own life. You have to take responsibility for your own life as well as for the lives of people who rely on you. So let's take care of ourselves and also our family. What is this emergency fund? It is nothing but saving the expenses amount of 3 to 6 months and put it in a safe place. For example, if you need 50,000 rupees every single month for your expenses, you have to put aside 1.5 lakhs to 3 lakhs in a separate account, which can act as a cushion, a safety net for you. This is a basic knowledge which all the gurus in the world are telling, but many of us don't do this very basic step and end up having a personal loan which charges you 15 to 20% interest. Let's not do that. Understanding insurance needs. We know that we have to have an insurance, but we think that my husband has an insurance. Why should I take it? By the end of the day, life is very uncertain. We can't actually tell what happens the next day. Even if you take up term insurance for just 5,000 rupees per year, you will end up having 1 crore life coverage when there is some uncertainty. That amount will take care of your family. The ultimate loss must be the person they lost, not the money. Many of us focus more on the short term goals and not on our retirement plan. We may think that, okay, my husband's savings is there and that can take care of us. Let's assume that you are retiring at the age of 60 years. If we have to have fund for the next 20 years, spending 50,000 rupees every month, you may need 1.8 crores. So where is that money coming from? Where is that money is going to come from? If you can understand this now, and if your age is just 30, and if you start, what happens is in the next few years, even if you invest 8,000 rupees per month with the interest rate of 12%, you will be having this 1.8 crores by the end of 30 years. But if you realize this a little late, let's assume that instead of 30 years, you are starting to invest at the age of 40, then you have to pay 23,000 instead of 8,000. So what are you going to choose? Many think that, why should I do all that? At least in the previous generation, many people rely on their children after their retirement. But let me tell you, of course, we have taken care of our children when they were young because that is our responsibility. But let me tell you, your children is not having the responsibility to take care of you. Your life is in your hands. Let's not be the burden to our children. Let's be someone who always gives. Prioritizing family needs over personal goals. I can tell thousands of examples where women choose to spend their money for their family, for their children, instead of spending the 200 rupees on them, on upskilling, on trying to acquire a skill, thinking that it is waste of money. It is important to be financially independent, but at the same time, it is important to increase our income year by year. So, in order to do that, we have to ensure making ourselves ready by upskilling. So, let's invest that money on our learning, and that's okay. And finally, lack of financial education. This is not my subject. I don't know numbers. Why should I learn about all these things? If these are the questions in your mind, let me tell you, you have to build a life together with your spouse. If you get involved in finances and take care a little more, definitely your spouse will be happy, because at least according to me, that is the ultimate support which you can give to a person. So it's time to learn the most important thing, money.